Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and...
Fish Fan Hands Brad.
Oh, poor Brad, man. Right?
Yeah.
It is May 14th, 2018. It is Monday evening at 6:43 p.m. Let me pull up the weather. It's raining. That, I will tell you, it is raining. La 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 la. I know I'm so weird. I can't help it. Okay. Wow. It is 72 degrees right now. Feels like 72. The high was 78. The low will be 69. And we're having light rain showers. And we're supposed to get rain for... let me show you. Well, I won't show you. Supposed to get rain today. 90% chance of rain tomorrow, honey.
Wow.
60% Wednesday. 50% Thursday. Another 90% Friday. All through the weekend. We're in rainy season now, which
Yes, we are.
we don't mind. It's cooled it off a lot, and we don't have to go out and water, or Brad doesn't have to go out and water as much, so that's very nice. So,
you know, the other day when you and we were doing some running,
yeah,
and remember in the Jeep it showed 94 or 96.
yeah. He's doing dishes right now. We're watching you.
Thank you.
You left your cabinet door open, buddy.
That's creepy.
What?
You guys watching me.
Well, you're doing dishes. I didn't ask him to do dishes either. He's just nice like that. Right, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, I take it off him. He doesn't like to be on camera very
I keep
much.
telling you, sweetie, one of these days you're going to discover what a real asshole I am.
Yeah, and?
And?
Might be too late.
What?
After all these years, it might be too late.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Lull
See?
you into a false sense of security.
That's right. Now if I discover that he's an a-hole, then it's too late. So, you guys know I didn't make a video yesterday. I don't remember. I made a video Saturday, of course, and it wasn't a live. And talked about a lot of different stuff. And then, can't remember what I cooked.
Saturday night?
Yeah.
Chicken fajitas.
Oh, I made chicken fajitas in the crock pot, let it cook all day, with lots of onions and lots of peppers, and, yeah. And I just had mine on salad, like a taco salad, but it was chicken fajita, and Brad had his the traditional way. What I'm doing is I just cook, or he cooks, or we cook, something kind of a main kind of meal, and then you just eat it whenever you're hungry, because we're on kind of different schedules, and, you know, and it works out great for us, you know, so, did that, and then, can't remember really, oh, those cabinets had come in Saturday, and we got excited, and we put a few together. Once, I've always had dyslexia, and so, sometimes it's really hard for me to figure out how stuff goes together. Once you show me, I'm good to go, right, hon?
Yep.
And in fact, a lot of times then I'll be able to show you how to do it.
Yep.
But just on the diagram stuff, I did it backwards. Brad showed me, and then, but we really, I have to tell you guys, you know, this is, the price went back on these cabinets, but these are well worth it, because I have 27 of them set up in, because I ordered 2 sets of 20. And you can connect them all, put them however high you want them and stuff. I'll show you a picture in a minute. But they are wonderful. They've got magnetic catches on the doors. The doors are kind of a frosty, it's not a white, it's kind of, what would you call it, hon?
Like a vinyl or a plastic.
Yeah, well, but I mean, it's kind of like how you would have kind of a frosty shower door or something.
Yeah.
You know, love that, because, you know, my yarn's in a lot of it. All my yarn's stored there. I'm storing like my 5D stuff there. I'm storing like a lot of my, you know, envelopes, staplers, that kind of stuff. And a lot of other kind of stuff. Important paperwork and everything.
Yeah, you couldn't, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you couldn't put anything real heavy into it.
No, what was the weight limit on it?
I was thinking it was 22 pounds.
Yeah, 22 or 26, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, when I have it, and he hasn't, he took 9 of those cubes and put them in the bedroom because with Brad's back, you're okay, sweetie. Come here. Come here, Nick. Come here. Here, Nick. There you go. She just had a bath. So, there you go. It's almost dry, though. With his back problem, it really hurts him to do a lot of bending over, picking up stuff low down. So, and that's, of course, you know, where those little drawers, those little plastic drawers. So he wanted something up higher. So we took that long metal table that we had out here in the front room. We'd always planned on taking that into the bedroom eventually. And then he built his 9 cubes on that. That's all he needed for his clothes. He's got some clothes hanging up like his long pants and stuff, but he doesn't really wear those now because, you know, we live in Florida and the shorts are better. But so he was able to fold, and the cubes hold quite a bit. So he was able to put all his clothes away up on that table. It looks nice. He was able to use one of the shelving units to put his tools on, and that worked out very nice. Where'd you put the rack on the drying rack?
Oh, it's folded up in the corner by the closet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we still have to fine-tune some of that stuff. I was able to have one of his wider set of plastic drawers, the 3 drawers. He set that on top of the other set of drawers like that I have. And that way I have more room for clothes, because I have still some clothes in a tote. The dress clothes and stuff. And because I want to start wearing those, because it makes no sense to leave all your dress clothes and stuff packed away, and especially with losing weight. Okay, I'm going to wait too long, and then I'm not going to be able to wear them. So, I mean, the tops you can always wear longer, but, I plan to get where I have to, like before, where I have to buy all new. And, anyway, let me show you. You're such a good girl, Nixie. Her had a bath. Yeah, but so it was uncomfortable. We don't like that. Let me see. I'll get it to turn. Okay, here you go. Let me see if I shut the light off. It's probably better. Okay, well, yeah, you guys can see it. See the cubes? And there's 27 of them there. Let's see. There's 2 that are 5 high, 2 that are 4 high, 3 that are 3 high. And the reason that right there where that's 3 high is the air conditioner's right there. So, yeah. And so that's in the craft room. Love them. See if we can get you guys any closer. Yeah, see, that's how each one is. I went with this style because that way I didn't have to buy those slide-in bins. And they all had doors on them that, easy to open and stuff. You can reconfigure it so, we're not planning on moving, but in the future, if we redid the room or if we did decide to move, you can configure it to whatever living space. So, yeah, that's what that went on. So, Saturday night, we messed around with that some. And then I got so excited when Brad went to bed. I took that. He initially connected 9 of them together. And so I went in there and put them in place and was filling them. Because I had to take, like, all my variegated yarn, and I put them in those. And then that way I was able to take that shelving unit out, and so on. That you saw that I left one shelving unit in. And that's for the heavier stuff. Let's see if I can. Oh, yeah. You see right here, I left this shelving unit in. I expanded it. But yeah, I left that shelving unit in. It just barely fit there, and I'm able to put the heavier stuff. You know, I have a few heavier things that went there, and so I was busy with that Saturday night. Sorry, I'm kind of jumbled today. I'm having a fibro flare, and it makes you kind of foggy too. Sunday, so slept really well. This Sunday we got up, and Brad was very excited to redo the bedroom. Because, you know, we decided not to get the storage shed because pretty much any one that we got, you'd have to leave. And, you know, we don't want to do that. So, he was able to take, like I said, that sturdier shelving unit and use it to put his tools on. Probably stuff you get to more often, hun?
Do what?
You put what? Probably stuff you get to more often on the shelving unit?
Yep.
And then redo his clothes. Because, see, I had set up his clothes in those plastic drawers. And the problem is then Brad didn't really know where his clothes were. And, yeah, I told him, but, you know, he's always really busy, and so then when it comes time to get his clothes out, you know, he's in a hurry and stuff, and it works out better that he was able to set up his clothes, and to set up his clothes how he wants them. Because I do the laundry, and I fold the laundry, and then I just leave his folded laundry on his bed, and he puts it away, you know. Are you okay, Nick?
I never realized what a clothes wore I was.
She kind of acts like she needs to go out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got quite a few clothes. So yeah, it was fun yesterday. I assembled all but those 9 initial cubes that he and I assembled. The rest I assembled in the craft room myself while he was rearranging, bringing that big long table in the bedroom, and I didn't get a picture of that, hun.
Oh, okay.
You don't care?
No, I don't care.
Okay, I'll show you guys some other time. And redoing basically where his tools were and all of that. So we're very pleased with that. It makes it a very nice living situation. But I worked all day putting together those cubes and putting away yarn and, all of that. I'm not near done. I can't even get to any of my art section. And another thing is, I didn't realize that behind the, I call it my creative space now, that room. Behind the door was all of my drawing boards, your great big drawing boards that you have, and my great big palettes. I have like these heavy plexiglass palettes, and I found some big canvases and a lot of mat board and etc. etc. I was going through all of that. Some snap together stretch frames, some blank stretch canvas when I want to do that. More paper and everything. But right now I can't get to my art side at all. I'll have to figure out the program better on my tablet and then film a short video, and when I get that room all set up and show you guys. For me, it was really economical. Like I said, it cost under $110 for all 40 of the cubicles. I didn't have to go buy the bins. Those bins run, from what I've seen, about $3 on up, and even if I bought 20 of them, when you do the math, that's a lot of money. That's $60 plus tax.
What, on those wood ones?
No, on those bins that you'd have to buy, the slide-in bins. And I waited, and like I said, the price went up, and I'd wait, and then the price came back down, and we jumped on it. And I thought it was only right that since we were ordering those, that Brad would be able to use some of those and make it a lot nicer for him to be able to get to his tools and to get to his clothes easier and stuff. So that's what we spent all day yesterday doing, and I hope everybody had a nice Mother's Day. And I didn't let it get me down. And I have my pets anyway. Honey, I think she really needs to go out.
Okay.
Are you okay, Nick? And then I had put the, what I call the unstuffed stuffed peppers in the crock pot before I even started in on the craft room. And I used a bunch of old chopped up peppers that were frozen. Let's see, some green onions, some celery, some mushroom. I used a cup of rice, and then I made my own cauliflower rice. I will never buy it frozen again because it is so easy to do, y'all. And I don't have a food processor. And I would like to have one, but I can't really justify buying one right now. You know, I just like to have a small one, but I had seen on a YouTube video that you could do it with your blender. Now, I didn't use fresh cauliflower because that's very expensive too. I used a small bag of cauliflower. I put it in just like the directions. You put it all in the blender. I got it up the night before, so it like halfway thawed out in the fridge. Put it in the blender, cover it up, make sure all the cauliflower is covered up. I hit it on shred, my blender, and then I drained it in my colander, and it was wonderful. And I tell you what, you can distinguish between the rice and the cauliflower rice. Brad couldn't even tell. So we were having that last night, and I put ground beef in it. The only thing I would have done, and I did put some salsa in it, and I put cumin, I put chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, paprika. I would have spiced it up even more because it was pretty bland. Brad ate his with some soy sauce and stuff. That's the only thing I would change. But for a good, just kind of a basic meal, you could even take that and then just add whatever spices you want. So, it was good to have that done because, we were busy and we were tired and everything. Like I said, what's taking me so long in the craft room is I'm going through boxes and stuff. I lost one whole tote of yarn. The real fine, like the pipsqueak yarn and stuff. I lost, I don't know, probably over 30 skeins. Somehow it had gotten wet when we had to store that stuff outside the RV. Even though it was tightly sealed, and that's the only one that happened to. But I opened that up, and it had the black mold. It had the white mold. I looked at it, and, I was going to try and dig through it, see if there was any of it that wasn't with mold. And then I just told Brad, I said, just throw the whole thing away. Because I don't know if, that yarn would probably smell like that anyway. And maybe it had mold spores on it or something. So it's just best to throw it all away. So we were lucky we didn't lose more than that. But it was kind of heartbreaking. I hated to lose that. It was just that real fuzzy, yarn. And I mean, but it is what it is. At least I didn't lose like all my homespun or something. Because that would have been really sad. So that was yesterday. And then I went in and worked about an hour more after Brad went to work, sorting through stuff in that room. And then I got so tired, but I got so tired yesterday about 5 o'clock that I fell asleep in the chair. I was just, and I went to bed finally about 5 a.m. Let me show you all the hats I've gotten done. No, I've still been doing my hats. Oh, Lord Almighty. I won't show you the one I just started because, I just started it last night, maybe. Okay, but got this little Hummer done. Got a little duck on it. Let's pull this. Oh yeah, it's got a little duck on it. Isn't that cute? And yes, fix it. Oh, it doesn't look right to me. I'm gonna fix this. This bothers me now. Like that. Why is that like that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix it. It's like kind of raised up. I don't like that. I'm gonna fix it. Then this one is a large adult with a nice crocheted flower I did on it. It's got the colorful on the outside. The inside is white. Then I put a real nice gem in there. So yeah, nice large adult. I figured why not have some fashion with your hats? So got those two done. I'll fix that one. I already showed you guys this one the other day. I even have a nice base in those cubicles now that I put the finished hats, and also like the finished knitwear, like that Vicky sent and Linda sent this time. And so that's really nice to be able to put that all nice in there, close the door, it all stays nice. And then today I woke up and I was so tired and in so much pain. Like I said, I'm having a major fibro flare. And if you guys see the pattern here, and I know you guys know what I'm doing. I'm working myself too hard, and then I end up having a day or two of major flares. But it sure feels good to get some stuff done. But I was in so much pain. I got up, I had a protein shake, and then I talked with Brad for a while, and then I ended up going back to bed. And Brad kept telling me to. And then I didn't get up again until 4:30, and I'm still, like, even my hands hurt today and everything. I told Brad, even my toenails hurt. But, what I can tell you guys. Then I got up and had a salad with that imitation crab meat that Brad made me. And,
Missy, no.
Why is she being naughty?
Because that's Missy. You should know better.
And then, after I ate, my lunch, I ended up giving Nixie a bath because she has been acting so uncomfortable. I didn't even tell you guys that I gave her a haircut. And I ended up Saturday shaving her all the way down. Because she had a lot of mats and stuff developing on her legs and stuff. And I know I could have brushed them out, but that's very painful for the dog. So, you know, I didn't want to cause her pain. So I ended up, I do have a picture. I ended up giving her a haircut. That's our giant schnauzer. I even had to shave her beard off and stuff because it was so matted, right, her goatee and stuff. But it'll grow back pretty fast. And then when I was doing that, I discovered she had a couple hot spots. And I knew there was something going on. I kept chewing on her hind leg. And that's probably the reason, like, I've got to just shave her down and stuff. And yeah, I did it without Brad being home. She actually behaves a little bit better for me, you know. Man, you should have seen all the dog hair. You know, those the bigger Walmart bags were completely full. The vacuum was completely full. I mean, so I've been treating those hot spots, and then, you know, we'd already treated her for fleas, and when I shaved her, I didn't see any evidence of any kind of fleas or anything. But then today, because she's still been acting real uncomfortable, and I gave her a bath. Brad and I talked about it, and, you know, I researched it again. What are you looking for, sweetie pie? That box there?
What?
That box there?
No.
What?
I was looking for the box that those panels were in. I swear I just had it here.
I thought you had them in the bedroom, honey.
Maybe I did.
You never brought them back out, hon. That was the art canvases in that box, hon.
Okay.
But that's the cat jumping on top there. Okay, I researched it, and then I used eucalyptus. Yeah, I use my Bath and Body Works, which I hold near and dear. You guys know that. And I love the eucalyptus, and I particularly love also the what is it? Tea and something. And I love the white citrus too. But anyways, tea and ginger or something like that. But anyway, I use that good eucalyptus shampoo because any kind of fleas and stuff they're not supposed to like, and also it's really cooling and feels good. And then I made up in a great big ice cream bucket. I made up with baking soda in it, and then some tea tree oil. I'm going to show you guys that. Let's see. I used some eucalyptus essential oil. I used some tea tree oil, and then I also used some peppermint oil. That's lemongrass. I used some peppermint, and then I used cool water and mixed that really well in that ice cream bucket. And then I used a cup for her final rinse and poured that on her and stuff. And then I also am using aloe vera on the couple of hot spots. So, yep.
I thought you could show them what the panels were like.
Oh, you want me to show you what the panels are like? This is not the white panels, but this is what all the other panels are like. Is this? And see, and then they connect. They have these connectors that connect, so you're able to connect them all. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with them.
Mm-hmm.
Well worth the money. Brad even said I did a good job.
You did very good.
Oh, I wanted to. Can I show them that cookbook there?
Which one?
Right there, that old-fashioned cookbook.
This one here.
Yeah. I want to show you guys. This is one of my near and dear possessions that I love. And you can tell it's very old and it's been through the gamut with me. And this is my Pioneer Cookbook, Wyoming Centennial. It's from the South Pass City of 1869 to 1969. And it has got all like recipes for scrapple, sweet pickle for pork, head cheese, preparing liver. One of the things that I loved, and I don't know if it's, let's see, I'm trying to see if it's where it might be. I mean, it's got recipe for how to make furniture polish in the old days, which was 4 ounces of linseed oil, 2 ounces of cut shellac, 1 ounce of gum camphor, 4 ounces of turpentine, a 1/4 ounce oil of sarsaparilla, 2 ounces of Japan dryer, and how to make all this your old-fashioned soap recipe that they used to use, and it has who also did it and where they lived. Like this one, she talks about that her mother, my mother, gave me a cookbook on my wedding day with this recipe enclosed. How to preserve a husband. Be careful of your selection. Do not choose too young, and take only such varieties as have been raised in a good moral atmosphere. When once decided upon and selected, let that part remain forever settled, and give your entire time and thought to the preparation for domestic use. Some insist on keeping them in a pickle, while others are constantly keeping them in hot water. But even poor varieties may be made sweet, tender, and good by garnishing with patience, well sweetened with smiles, and flavored with kisses to taste. Wrap them well in a mantle of charity, keep warm with a steady flow of domestic devotion, and serve well with peaches and cream. When thus prepared, they will keep for years. And that was Mrs. William Swanson and Casper, honey.
Cool.
Yeah.
Swanson?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know her?
I know of her. There's a street over there below, the Pizza Hut on the
Yeah.
east side. There's a street down there called Swanton.
It has all these helpful hints and one I was looking for, like how to make an excellent breakfast bread. And, I've used this because a lot of times, maybe you don't have all the ingredients for, to make something. Maybe it calls for expensive stuff. Well, this was just purely on what they had around. And a lot of times that wasn't much. And, I'd like to learn a lot more history, like around here and stuff, because of course I, know the history of Wyoming pretty well. Brad and I are both history buffs, as far as not politics or anything, but Oh, cool. Yeah, I knew that. I put that in there.
Oh, okay.
Polish tongue. There's one I wanted. It was like the bathwater stuff. It really cracked me up how they baked fish. Let's see. It's like there's recipes from the Governor Mansion, fried trout, game birds, a lot of, because they didn't go to the store and buy meat,
Nobody could fry trout like Grandma Heidi.
Uh-huh. Really?
Yeah. Yes, except for you.
I'll say, you told me mine was just as good as hers.
Yeah.
That's quite a compliment. I just wanted to find this one that was like, about the bathwater stuff. It was really a crack up. Mothered bread, sourdough starter, dumpling, I might start some sourdough starter. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Bake sourdough bread. Right, guys? Yeah, that's what we need, right?
Yeah.
Just give me one more minute. I just wanted to...
Oh, we are in the money. I found it out.
Let's see. Trying just to find cooking at the mansion. A lot of those recipes. Desserts. Hang on just a minute, guys. What salt will do. Soap recipe. Yeah, it's really nice. It has a nice conversion cup. Like, if you need a cup of soft breadcrumbs, that's 2 slices. Cereal, crackers. Like, if you need, let's say you need fine graham cracker crumbs, it's 3 cups of, 12 crackers.
Oh, wow.
Dairy products, all of that. I really like this kind of stuff, like how to keep a cake fresh, how to peel tomatoes. I already know that, but, Oh, no, she seems just so agitated, honey.
I don't know if she hears thunder.
I don't know, that might be it.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But anyway, I really love this book. There's my phone. But, what was I saying? I don't even know. So today, besides giving the dog a bath and stuff, I was going to talk about, caring for your pets. And I'm a very hands-on pet owner. Brad will tell you, I'm always messing with my pets. I try to take really good care of them. I'm looking them over all the time, especially right now because they go back in these trees. I'm always checking them for ticks, which is really important to do, And your pet kind of likes it. I mean, you're running your hands all over them. They like that,
They like the contact.
Yeah, and I'm always cleaning any wounds I find, any little hot spots or anything. I'm always double checking with the internet and stuff to make sure what's safe for dogs, what's not. It doesn't matter how tired I am, I'm gonna, even like last night, stop and Nixie's got one hot spot that is a little open, just a little scab, but she keeps licking it. So, you know, I'm using peroxide and using some salve that's okay for her. And now I'm using aloe vera because they said it was safe for them and good for them. And I think it's really important. I think if you start with your dog when they're newly come, they'll let you clip their nails and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Missy just lays there now because
Yeah.
I've done it ever since we've had her.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I wish I would have done with my dogs more is socialize them. When I got Missy, I was very sick, and that's when I was going through all the major staph infections turned into MRSA and you know, the PICC lines and the IV antibiotics at home, and even had a home health care nurse that would come in every couple of days and stuff. And she didn't get, and then shortly after that, I also had a pregnant daughter that was living with us. She didn't get socialized, and you can tell. Charlie, he loves people, but he's very protective, so, you know.
Man.
And Nixie really doesn't like messing with anybody but us. It took me a good 2 years before Nixie would really even come to me. You okay, Nix? Yeah, she's okay. I think that she is hearing the thunder. But I think it's really important to be very hands-on with your dog, but always, and your pet, but always cross-reference anything you're going to do to them because you can cause, you don't want to harm them, you know. So I think it's always important to either, you know, research on the internet and go to 3 or 4 different sources on there to make sure that whatever you're thinking about doing is safe. If you're thinking about giving them a pain reliever or something like, you know, a baby aspirin or something, or if they're very anxious and maybe they need a melatonin and stuff, and which I may be giving her in a little bit because she's very agitated today. She needs some rest. You know, actually, I'd probably give her half of one because, you know. But I just think it's really important to be very hands-on with your animals and stuff. You know, years ago we didn't run to the vet for everything. I mean, I think it's important to run to the vet if you really need to, but, you know, we didn't run to the vet for every little thing. I mean, I think you could save a lot of money doing stuff yourself and then, you know, take your animal when it's warranted. Right, hun? He's gone. But we were figuring up the other day that if I didn't groom Nixie myself, and I didn't cut their toenails, and I didn't bathe them, you know, if they need medicine and stuff, it would cost us a lot more every month, you know, because, you know, on a larger dog, that can cost quite a bit to groom them, you know, and, yeah. She's the first dog we've ever had that had to be groomed. I've always had dogs before, besides growing up and stuff, that did not need to be groomed. So, I think Charlie's a little jealous, though.
Yeah.
Because
He's been groomed,
or she's been groomed and messed with a lot, given a lot of baths and stuff, and he doesn't get that. I was giving her a bath earlier today, and I had her straddled. I'm just wearing a very loose shirt. Actually, it's one I sleep in, and a skirt, because I just want to be really comfortable today. So I'm straddling her in the bathtub. I always get where I put her in the bathtub, and we have, you know, our shower heads on the long hose thing, you know, with a double one that my friend Michelle Wheeler and her husband got us as a housewarming thing. And anyway, I'm straddling her, so I put my legs on either side of her chest, so, you know, and her head sticking out back behind me. And that way she knows, she calms down some. She knows I don't get her head wet at all, you know. And so I'm bathing her and everything. And Charlie keeps coming and opening up the bathroom door because it doesn't latch hard, and we don't really care. It's just the 2 of us. He keeps coming in. He came in 3 different times and did that. You know, because he's jealous. He likes sticking his head in like, what you doing? what you doing now? So, got anything to add to all this?
No.
I probably bored everybody to death. We're at almost 40 minutes.
Oh, holy smoke.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't blame you if you didn't watch all this. But if you did, I thank you. And I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so much. And, you know, please don't take offense if I didn't wish you personally Happy Mother's Day. I kind of put a general statement out there. But for the most part, we took a social media break yesterday. So, right, honey?
Yeah.
So, I love you guys. And I cherish your friendship. And I think you guys are awesome. And say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.